Okay, students, we have 2 pages of notes that we're going to go through today on section 3-6. We're going to start with distributive property, all right? Just put a little asterisk down here and write, to multiply a sum or difference by a number, comma, multiply each number inside parentheses by the outside number. Okay, let's take a look here, all right? Make sure that's focused enough for you guys. And we'll begin by looking at this sample here. A times the quantity of B plus C. I'll just put a little box around it. This is our first sample. Okay. And we'll begin by 4 times the quantity of 10 plus 7. All right? What that means is, if we work using distributive property, we'll do 4 times 10 and 4 times 7. Okay? 4 times 10 is 40. Bring my addition sign down. 4 times 7, that's 28. And then I add these together, and 40 plus 28 is 68. Okay? Now let's go over the next one. Let's use a variable this time from algebra. 3 times the quantity of x plus 4. We are going to multiply, and I'll do the arrows underneath just for a switch. 3 times x, which is 3x. Bring down my plus. And 3 times 4, which is 12. And that's as simple as it gets because x is an unknown factor. We can't work any farther. Now let's look at this next one. One more sample. 6 times the quantity of 2 plus 4 plus 6. Now sure, you could add all these inside like order of operations, but we're going to do the distributive property way. And 6 times 2 is 12. Bring down your plus. And 6 times 4 is 24. Bring down your plus sign. And 6 times 6 is 36. Now when I add all 3 of these together, I get 72. Okay? Let's look at our next visual. And right down here, we're going to write A times the quantity of B minus C. So different this time. Okay? And then we'll have first example, which is, I'll put a box around this. First example, which is 3 times the quantity, push this out, 20 minus 10. Or, I put 30 times the quantity of 3 minus 10, sorry. So we'll just do 30 then. And 30 times 20 is 600. And bring down your subtraction sign, and 30 times 10 is 300, and 600 minus 300 is 300. Okay? Let's look at a different sample. 8 times the quantity of A minus 4. Well, 8 times A is 8A. Bring down your subtraction sign, and 8 times 4 is 32, and that's as simple as it gets. Okay? Move on to another sample. Let's look at this one. If I were to put in parentheses first, B plus C and A on the outside, we can still do the distributive property, okay? It's still going to take the number on the outside or variable on the outside, multiply by everything on the inside. So we'll begin. First sample, let's have parentheses with 3 plus 4 inside it and 7 on the outside. That just means 7 times 3, which is 21. 7 times 4, which is 28. Remember to bring down your addition. Okay? And then you add these together and you get 49. Okay? Next sample. Let's go with parentheses 8 plus y, and on the outside 6. And then 6 times 8 is 48. Bring down your plus. And 6 times y is 6y. See? Let's continue this with another example right here. And on this one, let's do parentheses first again, and b minus c this time, parentheses, and a on the outside here. Put a little box around it because these are our samples. Okay? And we'll begin with, let's go with parentheses here, 21 minus 10, and a 3 on the outside here. 3 times 21 is 63, minus 3 times 10, which is 30, and 63 minus 30 is 33. Okay? One more sample, parentheses here, and let's go with k minus 9 in parentheses, 11 on the outside, and multiply 11 times k is 11k. Bring down your subtraction sign, and 11 times 9 is 99, and that's as simple as it gets. Now let's continue on to our next page. All right? And this time we're going to be continuing with section 3-6, but this time we're going to do factoring expressions. So at the top of your page, put 3-6 continued. Okay? And let's do factoring expressions. There we go. All right. Now, beginning with a numerical expression right here. And for a numerical expression, let's try this. 3 times 7 plus 3 times 2 equals. Now we notice the same in both parts of this is 3 that we have in common with they're being multiplied by something and added together. So I can take 3 to the outside and do 7 plus 2 inside. Okay? Now let's look at an example of algebraic expression. So with an algebraic expression, okay, you could have AB, or A times B, plus AC, or A times C, and we can factor A out of both of these, and in parentheses it would be B plus C. Okay? So 2 factor, let's write this here, 2 factor, colon. Step 1, find the GCF, greatest common factor of all the terms. Okay? And then step 2, write your expression as a product of the GCF and the remaining terms. Okay? Now let's look at some examples. Right here, start with 5x plus 25, all right? And the greatest common factor of 5 and 25 is 5. So I'm going to factor 5 out. And then if I do 5 divide 5, I'm left with 1x, and you don't write the 1 in front of it, so you write x. Bring down my plus. 25 divide 5 leaves me with 5, and that is my final answer. Let's look at another example. How about 125x plus 25? I'll look at this from quarters aspect. It's easier for me that way. So both 25 goes into 125 and into 25, right? 125 divide 25, one factor 25 out, leaves me with 5x. Because 125 divide 25 is 5. Bring down my plus sign. 25 divide 25 leaves me with 1. Okay? Let's look at a different one. Let's try, this time, 100x plus 80y. Alright, well, the largest number that goes both into 100 and 80 is 10, right? Or is there a bigger one? No, 20. 20 goes into it. So 20 to the outside. 100 divide 20 leaves me with 5x. Bring down my plus. 80 divide 20 leaves me with 4. And don't forget to write your y. Let's try this one. 10x minus 25y. Well, the greatest common factor in this case is 5. So 5 goes to the outside. 10 divide 5 leaves me with 2x. Bring down your subtraction. And 25 divide 5 leaves me with 5. And bring down your y. So those are some really good examples there. Let's try a couple more. All right. 35 plus, or y, plus 14x. What is the biggest number that goes in both of these? 7. So I'm going to factor 7 out. 35 divides 7 leaves me with 5y. Bring down your plus. And 14 divides 7 leaves me with 2x. Okay? Let's try another one. 15x plus 6. 15x plus 6. Alright, 3 is the biggest number that goes into both of these, so I'm going to factor 3 out. 15 divide 3 leaves me with 5x, and 6 divide 3 leaves me with 2. And let's try this one. Alright, 36x plus 9y. Alright, in this case, 9 goes into both of these. 9 goes into 36 4 times. So when I factor the 9 out, I'm left with 36 divide 9, which is 4x, plus 9 divide 9 leaves me with 1y, and we don't write the 1. It's understood. Just y.